Behind me are the remains of the Bethlehem Baptist Church in Asbury, Franklin Township, New Jersey. The congregation was formed in 1837, and this building was put up that same year, right along what's now Route 78, just off of Exit 11. It served the community for decades until it was abandoned in 1906. Now, more than a century later, the roof is gone, but the walls still stand. Over time, nature has crept in. The vines, trees, and grass have claimed the space. When I look at these ruins, I don't just see history. I see lessons we can carry into our everyday lives, especially when it comes to stress, resilience, and peace. In this video, I will go over 3 lessons and practices that parallel stress, resilience, and coming back to peace. Hi, I'm Sheila, a certified stress management coach, here to help you stress less and find more peace. Before we begin, let's take one 5-second breath together. We're going to breathe in for 5. We're going to hold for 5. And now we're going to let go for 5. Here is lesson 1. Even ruins can teach resilience. These walls have weathered storms, seasons, and more than 100 years without upkeep, yet they remain. In my own life, and while I was in corporate, restaurant, and retail industries, I saw this truth in people too. Employees would lose jobs, go through divorces, and or face health struggles. To name just a few, some parts of their lives would crumble, but their core values, their strengths, still held them up. I've been there myself. I remember the stress of being a single mom unexpectedly with no support in any aspect, especially financially. I worried and stressed about what do I do now, as the plans was for me to be a stay-at-home mom, giving up my career. But just like these walls, my foundation, my determination, my inner truth was still there. This is one of the practices I put into place. Write down 1 or 2 core values you know you can lean on when life gets hard. Maybe it's faith, creativity, persistence, or compassion. Maybe a combination of those. When stress hits, remind yourself, this is my foundation. This is what it looks like. This is what holds me steady. Lesson 2, nature reclaims and renews. The greenery here reminds me that nothing truly stays empty. Life has a way of filling in the gaps, of growing back after endings. No matter what industry I worked in, I often saw people devastated by a job loss, other circumstances. They felt like everything was over. But later, many would come back and say, losing that job or after that hardship, it gave me the chance to start something new, to build a career or life they actually loved. Personally, I've had moments where I felt like life stripped me bare, but over time, new opportunities grew. Just like these vines, life filled the space with something unexpected and even better. The practice. When you face a loss or ending, go for a walk in nature. Look for signs of renewal, a flower growing through a crack, or new leaves sprouting on a tree that looked dead in winter. Let that remind you, endings are also beginnings. Lesson 3, stillness holds sacred power. This place is silent now, but it doesn't feel empty. It feels sacred, like it's holding the memory of everyone who gathered here, prayed here, and lived through the times much harder than ours. In our world today, we don't give ourselves much silence. We fill every pause with scrolling, noise, or distraction. But stress often builds because we never give ourselves time to stop and breathe. In all of my jobs, even when I'm out and about, I notice other Employees and people in general rarely giving themselves downtime, working through their lunch, whether it's at their desk or a quick bite while driving or in their car, answering emails at all hours and such. I did it too, but the more I pushed, the more I burned out. It wasn't until I started practicing intentional silence, even just 5 minutes, that I realized how powerful it was. The practice. Today, give yourself 5 minutes of stillness. No phone, no TV, no multitasking, just breathe. Let the silence become a sacred space, your own personal sanctuary. Like these church walls are now. This old church may no longer hold services, but it still teaches us, hold on to your foundations. When life crumbles, trust that renewal will come, and honor the power of stillness. If these ruins can stand for nearly 200 years and still carry meaning, then you too can carry peace and resilience through whatever life brings you. If you like this video, watch my next video. Like, subscribe, and comment. How often do you practice stillness to bring in more peace? I'd love to know. If you'd like a quicker path to peace, I have a free guide that walks you through 7 steps to discover the deeper why behind your stress. You'll find the links below. Or if you're curious about where your stress levels is right now, you can take my quick How Stressed Are You test. It only takes a minute and gives you instant insight. For something more hands-on, I also create puzzle books and coloring books designed for calm and focus. You'll find those on Amazon. And finally, if you enjoy using essential oils, I'm affiliate with Simply Earth. They make it simple to bring natural calm into your life and your home. My links, including a special coupon, are below in the description and pinned comment. In peace, and until next time. Here's a view of circling around the church. Of course, there's a cemetery here. Of course, Route 78 right out there. We got this cemetery here. Let's have a look inside. Look at the cemetery there. Look in this window. Beautiful stone. The tree. You can see, even with the sun,